Hi, I'm Mike Milam, and today I'll be showing you what it is like to dress like a well-distinguished gentleman and what goes into that. I think it's very important to dress this way because it not only shows your personal maturity, but your own style. So there are three things to the suit that I would like to talk about first. First is the jacket, how it should fit on the shoulder, around your body, and then the drape. So first, let me demonstrate. When you put the jacket on, the shoulders should come to your shoulders and rest squarely on them. When you button the jacket, it shouldn't be too loose or too tight. It should be a nice drape. And then when the jacket is squarely on you, it shouldn't be too short or too long on your body. It should drape just nicely, just past your backside. The next thing about the suit is the pattern of the material. Now first you can see me here in a dark charcoal, or also I have with me a navy blue. Another pattern that is an option is a light gray check. Now the most traditional of these options is the charcoal gray and the navy blue. These are the most traditional because they are the most subtle tones. The thing I'd like to talk about is sleeve length and how the sleeve should fit on your jacket. Now they shouldn't be too long or too short. And what I like to have is my sleeve come down to my watch line or the bottom of the cuff of my shirt. Now they shouldn't be too long where it's covering both, and it shouldn't be too short where it's coming up over the cuff of your shirt. Your sleeves shouldn't fit too loose or too baggy. I like them just nice like this. And your suit jacket should be just tight enough where you can easily get your hands over your head. Now I'd like to talk about sweaters or knitwear. Cashmere is the most ideal type of sweater, but it is very, very expensive. I prefer something like cotton or wool because cotton is very light, very breathable, and it also keeps you very warm. Wool is also good, but it is a lower quality product, and I like to stick to cotton. Now the next thing I'd like to talk to you about is the collar style on your sweaters. This is a shawl collar, and I like it because you can pop it up if it's very windy outside to keep the wind off your neck and keep you warm. Also, there are V-neck sweaters, which are also a great option because they show a little bit more of your tie and how that looks. A different type of sweater is a pullover or a quarter zip I have here. These are also great options because they're normally made out of cotton or a polyester blend, which is great because it keeps you nice and warm, but it's also light and breathable. The important thing in a man's wardrobe is his shoes. Now a high quality dress shoe is normally made of animal hide, generally calf hide, because it is very stretchable and pliable for the shoemaker or the cobbler so they can form a good quality shoe. Now I have two examples here. I have a brown Oxford, which is very traditional, and I have a black brogue shoe, which is very formal. Now, when you're choosing between black or brown, you should remember that black is very formal and should be kept for higher occasions, and brown is a very good shoe for day-to-day wear and goes great with almost every outfit. So if we have a look here at the black Oxford, it is obviously much more formal, and you see this little decorative piece here. This is called broguing, and is generally kept for more decorative pieces. But you see here we have a brown Oxford shoe. This is just a traditional shoe. Comes to a point and it's very casual, but it also pairs greatly with a suit or chinos and a polo. Caring for your shoes is very important, and there are two basic things you'll need. First of all, I have a shoe shine kit here with me. Let's put that down. Second thing is shoe trees. They keep the form and the fit of your shoe so it conforms to your foot and doesn't go back to its original factory quality. Now, when shining your shoes, there's a few things you'll need. First is a horsehair brush. We'll talk about this in a minute. You'll need a can of brown polish for your brown shoes, a can of black polish for your black shoes, a buff, and a rag. Now, when polishing your shoes, you'll take a bit of the polish from here, spread it around on the buff, and lather it onto your shoe. When you've done that, you'll take the rag here and work it into your shoe for a nice shine. When you finish that, you'll take your horsehair brush and just have long strokes across the shoe to finalize the polish and work it in. Now, I demonstrated on the brown shoes with the brown polish, but it's the same steps for the black polish and the black shoe. The last thing I'd like to talk to you about is a few accessories I have with me today. First of all is a good hat. Now, they're not very common anymore, but back in the 50s and the 60s, every guy had one. And I just think it's a great style piece, and everybody should have one. Second is a good pair of winter gloves, preferably made of leather, and they have a good fur lining. Now these are very good because they're not too long and they're not too short, and the wrist covers just about perfectly. Third, every man I think should have is a good watch. Now it doesn't matter if it's $1,000 or $100. You can find a good watch at any price range. The last thing I'd like to talk about in accessories is pocket squares. Now there are hundreds of styles, there's hundreds of color combinations. This one's got whales on it. This is a red check. And then the one I have is a little paisley pattern. And they come in all different sizes, shapes, and patterns. But pocket squares are a great way to contrast your outfit and stand out from the crowd. I think that just about wraps it up. I hope you've learned a little bit about my style and how I choose to dress. I think this is a great style for me. It definitely makes me stand out from the crowd, which I'm very happy about. But I just think this was a little bit different of a demonstration speech than most of you have done. But for me, this was what I chose to do, and it's perfect. So thanks for watching.